we got to look at this other video. All right, real quick. Now, Mark Agnifilo, of course, lead attorney, but I don't know. Does he even know he's the lead attorney? If he doesn't even know about the possible conversations that Trump is having with his team, it's beyond me. But that's just another conversation in itself. To me, that seems like because if it is true that Diddy, his team, is actually in conversation with the Trump administration about a possible pardon, and Agnifilo is out of the group chat in regards to that, I'd be pissed if I was him. I'm gonna be real. I'd be pissed. And I'd want to get down to the bottom of it. And I'd be going over to Nicole Westmoreland being like, Nicole, come here. What's this all about? You having a conversation with the Trump administration about the pardon, and I ain't even included in this conversation. No. I had to find out from online. You feel me? So what's going on here? And why aren't you telling me, the lead attorney, the one that brought your ass in this conversation, why aren't you telling me about that? Huh? Now, you guys got something messed up. You know, I'm Mark Agnifilo. You guys got something messed up. You guys got something wrong up here. You trying to do some nasty work. This is my client. I would assume that conversation would be happening right now. Because now they look like boo-boo the fool. Sounds like their communication wire's a little frayed. Now, speaking of crazy, Mark Agnifilo goes into this interview and they talk about Madison Square Garden. And for those of y'all who are wondering, what is MSG? Okay, no, it is not the MSG that you get from eating ramen noodles. Okay, we're talking about MSG, Madison Square Garden. Okay, huge event space in New York City. Many people dream of selling out the Madison Square Garden. Okay, it is a big freaking deal. All right. He talks about Madison Square Garden and about Diddy's involvement with Madison Square Garden. It's very interesting. So we got to take a look at this.
What is it that Sean Combs wants people to know?
He wants people to know that I think that he has reflected on the blessings that he's been given, on the imperfections that I think he sees in himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to get out of jail, reestablish a loving, present relationship with all of his 7 children. He wants to take care of his mother. Does he want to get back into music? Does he want to get back into business? I think he's someone who is always going to strive to do something, exceptional and probably demanding and challenging. But I think the most demanding and challenging thing in front of him right now is to get back with his kids and get back with his mother and the people who love him and miss him.
So he's talked to you about getting back into music if he's released?
No. Honestly, he has not.
Okay.
One thing he said he's going to be back in Madison Square Garden.
He said that?
He did. He said to me he's going to be back in Madison Square Garden.
Doing what?
Exactly.
Being on stage.
Okay. Now, first off, sorry, real quick. I love this reporter. Because the look on her face says so many things. It says so many things.
Oh, honestly, he has not.
Okay.
One thing he said he's going to be back in Madison Square Garden.
He said that?
He did. He said to me he's going to be back in Madison Square Garden.
Doing what?
She's like, wait, doing what exactly? Because I don't think anybody's ready for new music by Diddy. With all due respect, I don't think anybody wants him in Madison Square Garden right now trying to sell it out, because no one's going to show up to that. Okay, he would have to do some random guest appearance at for some young some young popular artist. He cannot headline that. Sure, there's going to be people who will show up because there's people out here that believe that he's an innocent man and he's done nothing wrong, and that we should overlook the crimes that were committed on camera, right? But the fact that she said, wait, what? Doing what? What? Why would he think that he could sell out Madison Square Garden. Now, here's the thing, or, go back and do Madison Square Garden. Now, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. I get him saying what he said because he needs to have something in his mind to be prepared for, something that he can, he has the only thing that he has to hold on to right now, aside from the inside pocket of a man named Toby inside that prison, is his hope. He's got nothing but hope. He's got to have hope, right? So maybe in his mind, Madison Square Garden is a representation of freedom, right? Is getting back into business, getting back to what he used to do. And of course, that would also mean that he's free. But in my mind, I'm like, honestly, bro, if you're talking about like getting out and being free and you can't wait to be part of your family and taking care of your kids and all that stuff, sign up for a marathon. Okay? Do a triathlon, right? Go to the gym, work out, do nothing in the entertainment business. All right? And if you do end up doing something in the entertainment business, hide behind, do your investments as a silent investor. Do all your investings and all that stuff. You don't need to be in the front anymore. It's done. It's a wrap, baby. You don't need to be in the forefront, trying to be the lead of everything. You don't need it. You're not going to get phone calls for movie parts. You're not going to get those things. But people are going to know that you have money or whatever money you have left. So what are you going to do? You'll most likely do investments where your name isn't being seen so that you can continue making money. Because at the end of the day, you still have youngins. You still have little girls, little kids you have to worry about. Sure, you got King and all them, but they're old enough to strive on their own, right? And you still have your mom you have to take care of, I'm sure. But do those quiet, silent investings and worry about nothing that has anything. Don't even worry about trying to sell out Madison Square Garden. Okay? Don't even worry about that. Don't waste your time. Because even this reporter is like, wait, what? Wait, Madison Square Garden doing what? Not selling music, because no one's going to sell that. No one's going to buy that music. I'm telling you right now, no one's going to buy that music. The thrill is gone, guys. Sure, he's a talented guy. Sure, he's done this, that, and the third. Sure, he's a very successful individual, was a successful individual, but he is not right now at the top list of inspiring figures for any community right now. And I don't think he's ever going to get that back. This now has put a stain on his legacy. Period. But I get it. Maybe in his mind, he's thinking, I got to hold on to something like possibly selling out Madison Square Garden. Because if I do that, it keeps me moving and keeps me getting excited for the next day because I'm one step closer to having that happen. But I really don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. As soon as he gets out, Madison Square Garden is not going to bring him in. He's going to have to wait a long time for something like that to ever happen. And by the time that does happen, which is a long time from now, he'll be an old ass man. He'll just be on like the millennial tour or something like that. You know what I mean? Remember Diddy, right? Real talk. So that's why I'm saying like he needs to stay behind closed doors. He needs to be like a silent investor. Keep Bad Boy Records doing what they do and keep it moving.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.